Hello friends, today we will discuss the 8051 microprocessor block diagram, and here is the 8051 microprocessor block diagram, and we can see first of all that there are four ports available: port 0, port 1, port 2 and port 3. Both all ports are of 8 bits. Okay, so we can get and we can give 8-bit number from these ports, and all ports will perform multiple tasks. Port P0 and P2 is used also for connecting the external memory if required. But when we not need required, then these ports simply work as a simple input output ports. Okay, and port P1 and port 3 also uses for the another work, but we will discuss later. Okay, so these are the four ports available in the 8051 microcontroller, and here we can say that oscillator is used for giving the clock to the microprocessor CPU, so that at that frequency our 8051 microcontroller will work. Here we can say that we will connect crystal, and the frequency of this crystal should be 5 to 6 megahertz. Frequency of this crystal should be between 5 to 6 megahertz. And here this is we see that this is a CPU and central processing unit, and this central processing unit will perform all the tasks. Central processing unit will instruct all the blocks to performing the task. Okay, so and this is a bus control. Bus control, it means that when CPU generates instruction for bus control, then it will take data from the data bus or and it will generate the address for the memories. So this is the task performed by the CPU. Okay, so we can say that bus control signal as RST. RST means that we want to reset the 8051 microcontroller. Okay, ALE signal, it means that address latch enable. Address latch enable, it means that we want to communicate with the external memory. So when we want to perform our task from the external memory, then this signal is useful. Neither this signal will not use in our programs. Okay, so this is the address latch enable signal. This is the address latch enable signal. Okay, and this is the serial port. It means when we do our serial communication, then we use these lines. First is TXTD. This line is used for the transmitting data, and the data will transmitted bit by bit. Okay, so this is called the serial communication, and from this line we will get data or we will receive data. Okay, so from these two lines we perform our serial communication. Okay, so this is about this block, and we are seeing that 8051 have inbuilt memory in its chip, and these are two types. First is ROM, and next is RAM. Okay, so ROM is basically used for program. Okay, and RAM is basically used for general purpose or data saving. This is for this memory is used for data memory, or this memory is used for stack, or this memory is used for general purpose. Okay, so the size of the RAM is depend which IC we are using. In 8051 memory, there many chips are available, many ICs are available. So depending upon the IC, the size of this RAM and ROM will vary. Okay, so we will discuss only about the 128 bytes of RAM. Okay, so this RAM is inbuilt RAM, and this is and the size of the inbuilt RAM of 8051 is 128 bytes, and these memory is used for stack and general purpose registers. Okay, and ROM is the ROM is for program memory, and program memory is available 4K in 8K and 0K. 0K we will not discuss, so we will use about 1K ROM, or we will discuss about 4K ROM. Okay, so this is the program memory and data memory. Others register, it means these use program counter, stack pointer. This is about these two registers: incremental register, decremental register. Other register are these register: program counter and stack pointer. Okay, and this is the timer. Basically only two timers are available. Basically in every 8051 two timers are available: T0 and T1 timer. They both timers are of 16-bit timer. Okay, so what is the function of these timers? These timers are used for the timing purpose, or controlling the delays in the system. Okay, so we will discuss only these two timers in our syllabus. These are not useful in our syllabus. Okay, and here are the interrupts. Interrupts, basically there are only two hardware interrupts. Okay, in 8051 only two external inputs, sorry. One is INT0 and INT0, and next is INT1. And other four interrupts are inbuilt or in-chip interrupts. When we use timer 1, then we use the timer 1 interrupt. When we use timer 0, timer 0, then we can use the interrupt timer 0. And when we are doing the serial communication, then we are using serial port interrupt line. Okay, so basically here two external interrupt available, on all other interrupts are internal interrupts. Okay, so in this we can say that and this is the data bus and address bus. This is the data bus and address bus. Okay, so when ALE signal is high, when this ALE signal is high, then we are using the address bus, and when ALE signal is zero, then we are using the data bus. Okay, so we here see that there are many parts in the 8051 block diagram: interrupt controller, other registers, RAM, ROM, timers, serial communication ports, IO ports, bus control signal, and oscillator. Okay, so this is all about the 8051 microcontroller block diagram. Thank you.